This should be an interesting chapter for sure. Even if I turned on the light in my hideout, nobody would see it because of the piles of abandoned cars in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on just in case. It's a bit scary to hide in this quiet place alone in the dark, holding my breath. I'd have to keep myself busy with something. But my brain won't work properly, and I don't even have the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down and sleep. Every time I heard or thought I heard a suspicious sound, I gasped and stared in the dark. That's all I did all night. Oishi believes the Sonozaki family is behind this conspiracy, but he can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they're doing the research on the parasite. But we have no idea where it is. I think the Irie Clinic is still the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. Really, I don't think they'd do research in a place so obvious even I could guess it. They might be using one of the bomb shelters that was built during the war as some kind of secret underground research center. Now that I come to think about it, I remember a secret building nobody is allowed into on the premises of the Furude Shrine. I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse. According to Mio's research, the Furude Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyashiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for the ceremonies in the Ritual Storehouse. One of the ceremonies is the Bazaar Festival Watanagashi, and so the shrine storage must be something very sacred. If I remember right, Watanagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccinate and immunize people against all too strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Watanagashi were medical ones. If my guess is right, the Ritual Storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building to use for medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the Ritual Storehouse. Damn it. The police should be performing a raid on the Ritual Storehouse, not the Irie Clinic. Why didn't I think of that when I was talking with Oishi on the phone earlier? I hope Oishi realizes this too. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the Ritual Storehouse? But when I thought that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. It's not normal for a car to come here this late. I thought about many possible scary scenarios. It all made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of a car near the former dam construction office. The car must have passed by me and gone to the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. It's not a place where people would visit this late at night. While I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped and its headlights turned off. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the distance. The lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath and kept watch on their movements. I can't tell who they are, but I'd bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. They know I ran away from home. They must be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I needed to conceal my breath, my face started feeling itchy, and I had an urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. The humidity made me sweat all over. The back of my knees, my neck had been itchy for quite a while. Scratching would make such a loud noise, so I decided not to scratch anymore. It usually doesn't make noise when I scratch and mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous and overreacting. There's quite the distance between me and them. And I'm in the dark holding my breath. They wouldn't notice it even if I sneezed, let alone scratched myself. But I didn't want to make any noise at all, so I tried to forget the itchiness. But after that, I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I have to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go on when I'm so nervous just on the first night. I need to toughen up. I need to remain placid, even in situations like this. I forced myself to relax, scratched my neck without hesitation, and tried to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. I started getting hungry. My stomach growled. That's a good sign, though. It means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. It'd make a lot of noise. I decided to wait until they finished looking for me and went away. Go away! Go away! I can eat if you go away! It seemed like the attention I was setting out bore fruit. They stopped looking around the building. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They were pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? No. Not only that, they're walking towards me! I made my body as small as possible, hid under the blanket, and listened for their footsteps as carefully as I could. All the while, I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer. Since the footsteps are coming straight towards me, they must already know where I am. It's scary. But there's no way. There's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking around the office building. And they wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence they're walking in this direction. Since I'm hiding under the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know where they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick my head out from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless, like a rock, until I sense they're gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I could hear their conversation.
I don't think she's here. Let's look somewhere else. You look over there.
I could tell by the sound of their footsteps that they went separate ways, and that each of them is walking around the piles of trash separately. I made this hideout out of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. So on the outside it still looks like nothing other than an abandoned car. But once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. So if they look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious they're looking for me. Are they Sonozaki Court attack unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure. I know all too well that this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself. If I can do it, it'll be no problem for them because they're real professional killers. Even so, there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray. Pray that they'll leave here soon. At that time, I heard a slight beeping sound.
This is Atsushi. I hear you loud and clear. Gogoda. Uh-huh. Understood. What's wrong? It seems like Rena Ryugu is in Goguda. Someone saw her there. Oh, man, that's it. We'll never find her now. What are we gonna do? It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. It doesn't matter if she's in Sapporo and Hakata. We have to find her. It'll be impossible to find her, though. Do we still have to look? Reina Ryugu has Mio Takano scrapbooks, and he wants them. Interesting. Unless she's hearing something that is not real. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot. So what are we gonna do? It seems like he recalled the others, except the ones watching their house. So we should go back to the office, too. Let's have somebody tea or something.
I heard their footsteps going further, and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while, I heard the engine of the car starting. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and drove away. The sound of the engine faded into the darkness. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched all my itchy mosquito bites, wiped the sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I'd heard their conversation clearly. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki Corps without a doubt. It matches with what Oishi told me, and they said something very important. They clearly said they're after the scrapbooks. Up until now, I'd only assumed they were chasing after me because I had Mio's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe that if it was just my assumption, but they said it loud and clear. We need to find Rena Ryugu. She has Miyano Kano's scrapbooks. That's what they said. They also said that they're keeping watch on my house. I'm not surprised. That's exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go back to my house anymore. It's out of the question. But, in fact, they said something way more important than that. They said Rena Ryugu was seen in Gogura. If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think they saw someone like a lookalike, and I'd laugh out loud.
She's gonna think it's like what happened with whatever Takano wrote bullshit in a notebook.
But the situation's different now. Mio was dead, but she was at the festival. I'm here, but I was in Gogura. Mio wrote about it in her scrapbooks, and I didn't want to believe it. They're coming closer. And I don't mean the Sonozaki family. Something beyond common sense is about to happen. Should I fight? Run? I don't even know what I should do. I feel like I'm rooted to the spot with fear. Am I about to be eaten? No. I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not going to sit pretty and let them get me. But the enemy Mio-san foretold of in the scrapbooks is coming closer. And it's starting to eat me up. I'm in the garbage dump, alone. If I disappeared right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gogoro could replace me and start living my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father wouldn't notice it. My friends wouldn't notice it. It would replace me without having anyone noticed it. Wait.
Oh my god.
Many people close to me might have been replaced already. That's right. The Sonozaki family is plotting bioterrorism, but that's only a part of what they are planning. Mice possessed by them don't get scared of cats. As a result, they don't run away. They'll be eaten by the cats, and they can move into the cats' bodies. Mice are only used by them for that purpose. It's not that they lose the fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. The same thing goes with the Sonozaki family. They think they're doing things by their own will, but they're just helping them without realizing it. That's exactly how they've lived since long ago, being the parasites. We're nothing but a bunch of mice to them. Most mice are stupid. They don't even notice their existence. They help them to achieve their purpose, thinking that they're living their lives by their own will. But very rarely, a mouse with wits is born. This mouse notices he's being used, and he also notices their existence. But nobody believes him, so it's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it's his mistake, and gets swallowed by them. Eventually, he disappears. But even more rarely, a mouse appears from nowhere, notices their existence, and objectively proves it. That mouse was Mio. To them, this mouse was a rare and very dangerous existence. That's why they resorted to unbelievably bold and violent methods to try and eliminate the mouse when it appeared. But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. But the stupid mice don't believe it. They don't notice that they are forcing them not to believe it, and that they're helping them in the end. They killed Mio.
It almost sounds like she's talking about aliens. It's just...
And they tried to replace her, but they made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Mio. That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. Or they'll replace my friends in order to get close to me. They'll look just like real people, but they're totally different inside. They're an abnormal existence beyond our imagination. I know they'll appear. No. They're already here. It appeared the day after Mio died. And it appeared in Gogura tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Right then, I heard somebody coming down the slope.
Oh no, Keiichi. He's gonna get killed. I guarantee he's gonna get killed.
I concealed my presence again, and I looked at the direction where the footsteps were coming from. I could see one flashlight. It looked like there was only one person now. Who is it? This late at night? Its shadow is very small. I can tell it is an adult. I felt a chill run through my body. It shined the flashlight toward my hideout, and its footsteps were coming straight towards me. It's different from the other guys earlier. I can tell by the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure.
I mean, technically I think Keiichi could beat Rena, but he's gonna be holding back because he cares about her, right? But I mean, if he could get her to a doctor somehow, that would be the best outcome. But I mean, we know these series tend to usually end in tragedy, so. I mean, we know that's exactly what Rika is trying to do, to get no tragedies to happen. And to get by this week without anything happening.
No, it must be just a coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through last time. I need to hide. I need to hide! I pulled the blanket over myself, made myself as small as possible, and kept telling myself I was a stone.
I really want to see creepy Keiichi. Because we never get to see creepy Keiichi. That would be awesome.
But the footsteps kept coming closer and closer. And it knocked on the door of my hideout. I opened my eyes wide. I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not wanting to believe the sound I heard was a knock, my mind went completely blank. But it knocked on the door again. I could feel a light shining on the blanket. It might be shining the flashlight on me. But I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself that, as if I was casting a spell. I tried not to shake in fear. It laughed. It has laughed at me because I thought I was still hiding perfectly. But I still tried. Because if I got out of the blanket...
What are you scared of? Oh, wait. I'm confused as to if this is like supposed to be a creepy Keiichi in her mind. Until we know, I'm just gonna go normal. Ooh, I like this picture. Print screen. Oh wait, how do I save? Is it F12? Yeah, screenshot. Nice. And
I threw out the blanket and saw the owner of the voice. It is Rika. Now, why is she here? Why did she come to see me?
Okay, so before the scene continues, remember, Rena is completely delusional right now. We know this because we saw proof, not in the perception of any character. No character was saw. We saw proof, Kasai, and Shion. which no one was there. Keiichi nor Rena was there to see it. And we saw the gardener and Shi-sensei. So we know for a fact that Rena is completely delusional right now. We also know Rika is trying to save her friends. Okay? So whatever happens right now, I am going under the assumption that it is Rena under a delusion. Okay?
Now? Why is she here? Why did she come here to see me? I don't understand why she came here all this way alone at night. I realized all of a sudden. She looks just like Rika on the outside. But she's not her. It is copying her appearance. It came to Mio. To me. To Rika.
Oh, is she gonna kill Rika?
I decided to talk aggressively on purpose in order to work up the courage before my fear crushed me down. Is that you, Rika-chan? Meep. Who else do I look like? It answers just like the Rika I know. But I know it's not Rika. Rika wouldn't come to a place like this so late at night. I know who you are. I know you're not Rika.
Oh no.
I'm afraid you can't deceive me like you can the others. Even though you look just like her, I know you're not Rika-chan. You're not my friend. Who are you?
Oh, poor Rika.
Rika looked stunned for a while. She looked as if she didn't understand what I was talking about. But she pretended like that for too long. If she really didn't know what I was talking about, she wouldn't be able to stand the silence for long. But she kept quiet. I'm sure Rika has seen many an outcome, so she may have actually seen this before. And she finally showed her true character. It laughed. It laughed at me because I figured out something that was almost impossible to figure out. That it was not Rika. Who are you? It didn't answer my question. It kept laughing for a while. And then it looked straight into my eyes in a way Rika never did before. And it said this. I've lived for quite a long time. But you're the first one who's penetrated my disguise. I always thought you had good intuition, but you're pretty good.
Right now I'm not sure what to think because we do know that there's another essence in Rika.
She clearly spoke to me things I was most afraid of. I was shocked. It's like she told me everything that could possibly scare me. I didn't want to hear any of this. It's something I can't possibly twist in any way I can comprehend. Let's just say I'm Rika for now. It's been a while since I started to call myself that. Oh, really? It's been a while, huh? Like, how long? Not that long. It's only been about 100 years. What? What? What are you talking about? I'm contradicting myself. I know the person who's standing in front of me isn't Rika, but at the same time I deny its existence. As long as humans hold this kind of emotion, they can never accept unknown existences. In other words, we can never accept them. You don't have to be scared. You're in the car. I'm outside of it. It's not easy for either of us to do something to another. I think this is the perfect distance between us. No matter how long I've lived, Rika Furude is still just a little kid. You're still stronger than me. I should be more careful than you because you could snap and jump on me at any time.
Okay, so
I don't know if it's exactly Oyashiro-sama, but whatever god or whatever is in her, that makes a lot of sense. I realized that this creepy thing that looks like Rika was only here to talk to me. I felt my tension fade a little bit. But still, I don't know what she wants to talk to me about in a place like this, so late at night. I'm like a fish on a cutting board. There's nothing I can do other than wait and see what's going to happen.
What is Rena and fish analogies? Or fish metaphors?
I waited for it to make a move for a while, and then it opened its mouth again. You're afraid of something. Am I right? It uses sarcasm. Rika's cute face looked uglier than ever when it smiled. I held back my fear and tried to reply firmly. Yes, thanks to you. So, what are you afraid of? You should know that better than anyone else. It told me earlier we were safe from each other because one was in the car and the other was standing outside. But it's obvious that I'm the one being driven into a corner. While I'm talking to it, I could be surrounded by its minions. I got scared. I tried to listen to the sounds of my surroundings carefully. Don't be scared. I came here to help you. You came here to help me. Oh, really? I wonder how you're gonna do that. You're just sick at the moment. You need medicine. That's all. Who would you be interested in if I told you I brought it along? Medicine? It put its hand in its pocket. It took out a small case.
It's the vial.
It opened the case and showed me what was inside. What was in there made me gasp in surprise. A syringe? It's not normal for a person to carry around a syringe. I have no idea what's going on. But what Rika's holding in her hand is a syringe. There's no way I can twist that fact around. That's right. The contents of this syringe are going to help you get better. It'll help me get better? Huh? I know what it is. It's the drug that killed Tomatake. It's the parasite at its full strength. It'll give me the maggot disease. This is a different drug from the one that was used on Tomatake. I promise. It giggled. It isn't the giggling that scares me. I'm scared that it admitted the cause of Tomatake's death so easily. And it also admitted the direct cause of the maggot disease that Tomatake died from. I know you're going to kill me in the same way he died. And that the Rena and Gogura is going to replace me. Problem solved, right? I'm not going to let you give me that shot. Well, I knew you would say that. This syringe looks very suspicious, of course. You're smarter than I thought. So what now? Are you gonna gang up on me and give me the shot like you did to Tomatake? Tomatake's autopsy report said he had bruises on his body that proved he was fighting against several people right before he died. That means they must have ganged up on him to give him the shot against his own will. I'd like to give you the injection by force, but it never really works. So I gave up on doing that. I decided to let you choose to take it yourself. Are you kidding me? I don't want to take that creepy shot. I thought about it many times. I thought about how I could make you take the injection. I can't force you to take it. I can't make you agree to take it either. Then it leaves me only one choice. I have to let you choose to take it. You should know my answer already. I'm not gonna walk into such an obvious trap. Well, then that's what I thought you'd say. I didn't expect you to choose to take it anyway. It heaved a sigh, made a gesture as if it's mocking me, and smiled bitterly. It looked as if it was saying that I'm lower than an animal that can't understand it's being given a chance for salvation. I kind of want to say I'll take the shot on a dare, but I know that's exactly what it is intending to do. Go back to your home and tell your friends you failed to give me the shot. I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to fight till the end. And I'm going to seize the 1% chance of winning, and I'm going to destroy all of you. I see. Then you should try to do that. This world's going to end soon anyway. End?
Because it's gonna reset.
It has nothing to do with you. A frog sitting in a well doesn't need to have any interest in the outside world, does it?
Man, I really want to take some of my voice acting from my readings and use them as demos. My evil girl ghost is amazing.
At this stage of the game, it said something very dubious. I tried hard to understand what this horrifying creature was trying to say. What are you gonna do to me? Nothing.
I really want a whole chapter as Rika because her voice on my throat is the easiest and most satisfying to do as well. Very cute.
Do whatever you want. What? It's almost too easy. As far as I know, do whatever you want means ignorance or release when the enemy says it to you. At the very least, it's a bad thing. Or does it have another meaning? And that way I overinterpreted the meaning of the sentence, but then it said it again. Do whatever you want. I'm not interested in this Rena Ryugu anymore.
See, I told you, she sees that Rena's already past the point of no return. She probably already knows the ending of this particular story, and therefore it's going to reset. But the insurmountable problem that I have is, like I said earlier, all of these things are static, right? At the beginning of the story, it doesn't change that Rena has these mental issues, right? It doesn't change probably that the whole Tepe and whatever situation. Like, one time, what's her name? I forget her name. Rena, there's too many R names. Rena died via the Sonozakis, probably because she didn't pay up or pay her debt or whatever. But it seems like she ends up dying, and in one of the tips it said that Tomatake always dies. She's never able to, when Rena and whomever she's talking to, or whomever is inside of her, whatever goddess is inside of her, is talking to, they said that Tomatake always dies. They're never able to do anything about that. Actually, now that I bring that up, the interesting part is they never said that Takano dies. And that I really think Takano is the culprit behind this. I really think that it's not a big thing. I think that it's, now that I'm getting more into this, I really, really think I'm like honing in on Takano seriously. Okay.
I'm going to try. Yes, see,
exactly. Yes. It feels good when your theories come to light, doesn't it?
I'm going to try to get along with the next Rena Ryugu. I have to pray the next Rena Ryugu doesn't have such good intuition. I was scared of it. Like I'd be scared of a judge handing down a death sentence. I used to try really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred, but I got tired. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. I'm going to find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one, so I hope you live it as best you can. it was telling me scary things one after the other.
So it's actually exactly like Steins Gate. There's multiple timelines reading off, and Keiichi, he doesn't have the full reading Steiner, but he has a little bit of it because he's the only one that we have seen that is able to recall, not 100% recall, but he has feelings that these things have happened before. Like when we were in the junkyard, when they were talking with each other, like he was like, I remember, like I have a feeling that this happened to me and it didn't end well when I didn't tell my friends, when I didn't tell anybody. So he doesn't, and yes, I'm going to use Steins Gate words. So for those of you who have not seen Steins Gate, once again, I highly recommend you watch it because it is one of my favorite anime of all time. It is amazing, but it does start off really slow. It does, and so it's hard to get into, but you just, oh my god, it's so good. Anyways, the main character finds a way to travel back in time, but it's only like little bits at a time, and he ends up messing up the world because he does all these favors for his friends. He turns one into a boy, opposite way. A boy that wants to be a girl. He somehow ends up making him a girl, like a real girl. He brings one girl's father back to life. So the way that they time travel is they send messages to the past, and then that's how they change it. Anyway, so it gets to the point where this government is after them, and his friend gets killed over and over and over and over again, and he goes back over and 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 over again to try to save her life. But he's the only one that can remember the other timelines. That's what reading Steiner is. So that's why I'm comparing it to this, because Rika in this case is Kyoma. Rika is Kyoma in this case, but Keiichi has a little bit of the reading Steiner. It's not 100% like Kyoma. It's not 100% like Kyoma because Kyoma can remember everything. But Keiichi is more like Kurisu, where she has like these feelings, and she'll get like, when she's dreaming, she'll get like memories of things that have happened, like her spending time with Kyoma and like their relationship and stuff. Like she has these feelings, and she even asks at one point, like, was this real? Like, did this happen? So that's where Keiichi is. He has these feelings about these worlds that he has been taken apart in. And so I feel like the way this is going to end is Keiichi is going to eventually realize what's going on and help Rika / whoever is in Rika get past this. Which actually makes me curious about Akusaka as well, because like in their chapter they talk about trying to find the truth, and I think that's only because that was like the interlude between the question arcs and the answer arcs. So we were going into the answer arc, so it was like, oh, now we're gonna find the answers, But the one thing that I think is curious is that if it is Takano and Rika knows that, I mean, there's obviously a lot of problems, but I think with Keiichi's help, it'll be a lot easier for her to. Anyways, that's my spiel. So once again, if you haven't watched Steins Gate, I highly recommend it. It is so good. I cry every single freaking time. It's amazing. Ferris is my favorite character. Love Ferris. She's so cute, and her story is so sad. I mean, Kurisu is obviously awesome, but yeah, Ferris. Okay.
This was obviously a warning of Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon. They have already prepared another Rena. When I lose to this fate, they are going to replace me with that Rena as if nothing happened. They're very well organized. What humans are most afraid of is for their lives to lose all value. Your life becomes worthless when you're told you have a replacement. It's like an indirect death sentence. It closed the syringe case and put it back into its pocket. It turned around and started climbing up the slope. At the top, it looked back and spoke without as much as an evil smile. Well, goodbye, this Rena Ryugu. I hope I can get along with the next Rena Ryugu. I shouldn't worry, because I do usually get along with them. I'm not going to let you replace me with the next Rena Ryugu. I'm the only Rena Ryugu. I'm not going to let you do it. Never!
I don't really think you can stop her.
I wondered if my scream was reaching it. It looked at me coldly. It looked at me as if I was just an image of the past on the TV screen. It's fun to have a conversation like this once in a while, huh? The laughter gradually disappeared into the darkness. It disappeared into the darkness as well. I was the only one left there. I'm forsaken, and they don't care if I disappear. They told me I should struggle as much as I want because it doesn't matter anyway. They already have a replacement. They don't need me in their Hinamizawa anymore because my intuition is too sharp. When I realized that, I noticed this garbage dump is a perfect grave for me. Then I realized this place wouldn't work as a hideout anymore. I'd better start packing and move somewhere else. It told me to struggle as much as I want. I'm going to do just that, damn it. I have to get ready to move out from here. I'm going to put everything back into my backpack. I have to leave here as soon as possible. The light of the flashlight wasn't enough to see by, so I turned the table lamp on. The light made things show up very clearly. When I reached my backpack, I realized something and gasped in surprise. The palm of my hand was covered with an eerie liquid. I thought I wiped it off my sticky sweater earlier, but it wasn't my sweat. Then where did this blood come from? I realized it right away. I was scratching the mosquito bites on my neck earlier, and I scratched them until it bled. When I noticed that, I remembered the sensation, a mixture of pain and itchiness. I felt something moving near the wound on my neck, so I scratched again to get rid of whatever it was. My hand got sticky and wet with blood again. I can't see what the things are because I don't have a mirror, but I know. They're already spreading throughout my entire body, causing the itchiness on my arms and the back of my knees. If I never experienced this before, I think I got bitten by a bad bug or something. But unfortunately, I already know what's causing this itchiness. Why? Why? I said it with hatred. Why now? Why here? It's the maggot disease, without a doubt. If I cut the veins on my arm, the dusky, red, gross things would flow out. But it's impossible. I didn't get any suspicious shots, but it doesn't have to be a shot. They might have put drug in my food and I ate it without noticing it. I don't think they put it in my house, but I used to share lunch with my friends at school. They might have put it in the lunches. That Rika, who visited me earlier, was shining the flashlight on me. So she knew. She knew I was scratching my neck so hard it bled. Nevertheless, she acted like there was nothing wrong, and she told me I wouldn't last. Now I know. Now we know why she was laughing at me. She knew. She knew I wouldn't have much time. It itches. It itches so badly, but I can't scratch. The more I scratch, the itchier it gets. And I'm not gonna do the same thing to Matake. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The itchiness might not be temporary. It might get worse. I don't know if it's gonna stop or if it's gonna last until I die. I don't know anything anymore. I have to endure. I wiped blood on my neck with a towel, clenched my teeth, and tried to erase the desire to scratch. The wound was throbbing. I wanted to scratch so badly, but I couldn't. I fought back the desire, biting the end of the towel. I scratched other parts of my body really hard in order to forget about the itchiness, but it didn't work. I just prayed for the itchiness to go away, closed my eyes, and fought back the desire. It seemed the best way. I let my mind go blank, breathing hard for a while. I felt like the itchiness got a little bit better. I took a deep breath and immediately started panicking. Staying here is more dangerous than itchiness. I have to leave here as soon as possible. I felt it while packing my stuff. I felt the end coming closer. The end that Mika told me about. I assumed I could live until the end, but I might have been wrong. I might follow the same path Tawatake took, way before the end comes. I was sweating like crazy. It felt so nasty. I know it's not sweat, but I'm going to think it's sweat for now. I wiped my neck with a towel and hurried to leave.
I really thought Keiichi was gonna die. Ha! He might still die, but maybe not.
This area has no street lights, so I was scared to run fast when I could barely see. The moon lit up the sky, but not my steps. The only light I had to see by was my flashlight. The light was very weak. All I could see was the flat gravel road before me. Anything the flashlight couldn't reach was in total dark. The expression used in novels, pitch black, wouldn't be inappropriate. I might trip over an empty can of rock at any time. Not wanting to fall, I used the flashlight to its maximum extent to watch my step, but I was still a bit nervous. I started running slower and slower until I was just walking briskly. Did I just stop running because I'm afraid of tripping in the dark? But I usually run around without watching my step during the day. I run around with Rena and Mion all the time. Even if I can't see what's underfoot, I don't pay attention. I don't think I might trip, I just keep running without a care. Rena might be feeling the same way I am right now. For Rena, the light with which she illuminates the darkness of suspicion is too weak. And the darkness of the delusion she so deeply believes in is getting darker and darker. That's why she's scared to even walk on the same road she used to take. She fell for the contents of those ridiculous scrapbooks. People might laugh at her for that, but those scrapbooks aren't normal. They manipulate their readers' hearts and with evil intent take advantage of their vulnerabilities. The evil intent captured my heart for one night. That's why I know how evil they are. They're just urban legends, like the prophecies of Nostradamus or the Purple Mirror. What's the Purple Mirror? They're a bunch of feasible lies, and when you hear them at first, you think they're too stupid to believe. But once you fall for them, it's hard to get them out of your mind for some reason. It'll be the year 1999 in less than 20 years. Everyone knows about the prophecy that the world will come to an end in July of 1999. There are even some TV shows about it, too, which irresponsibly fan people's fears, so people take it seriously. Those people think that the prophecy means the outbreak of nuclear war, so some of them are making shelters in their backyards. Some of them thinking about freezing themselves by 1999 so they won't be exposed to radiation, only waking up after it's gone. Those people are completely serious about it. But when you think about it rationally, it's impossible that there will be an outbreak of nuclear war in 1999. It's true the Cold War makes us think the final war might break out any time, but both powers are actually pointing their nuclear missiles at each other, and they know there's nothing to gain from either of them starting a nuclear war. The Soviets might do it. The Soviets would destroy the world if it meant eradicating liberalism. But that delusion that Soviets might do it can be neatly swapped for the way Takano uses the Sonozaki family in her scrapbooks. When people created large-scale delusion like the prophecies above, they always use an incomprehensibly unknown enemy such as the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, or aliens. And they say something like, you never know, they might do things like that, to try and increase the credibility of their delusions without any evidence whatsoever. What did Takano know about the Sonozaki family? Nothing. All she did was use the history of onikakushi and say that the Sonozaki family is still working behind the scenes plotting a horrific conspiracy. It's just like one of those large-scale prophecies. It's nothing but a stupid story, like the one about Nazi Germany, which says that Hitler is still alive and lives in an underground complex somewhere on the South Pole, continuing his plot to conquer the world. Rena usually doesn't believe in stupid stories like that, but it was just bad timing, I suppose. It was right after she killed Rena and Tepe, and was caught by us. She was in a state of panic when she heard the story. We were waiting for her to recover from the shock. But before she did, and regained her strength, a poison got into her and spread through her body. When you're sick and have a weakened immune system, it's easy to get another disease. It's just like that. That's it. Rena's just sick right now. When you're very sick and in bed with a high fever, you sometimes feel like you might die from it. But most of the time, you're just overreacting. You get better soon after you take the medicine, eat healthy food, and sleep. That's how she is right now. She caught a mental cold, that's all. She needs to get better soon or she might get caught by the police. I passed several patrol cars on my way. I hate it every time I saw one since I didn't want to be questioned. I was probably passed by them twice. When I came close to Rena's house, I saw a car parked near the gate. It was obviously watching her house, trying to capture her when she'd arrive home. Mion ordered the Sonozaki family to find Rena to protect her from the police, but honestly, I'm not sure if they can. After all, Rena believes the Sonozaki family's after her. But if they don't find her, the police will eventually. If that happens, all of us who helped her bury the corpses will be caught. I don't know how or why the police came to suspect her. I think they only have some circumstantial evidence. I don't think they know she did it for sure. But since they're looking everywhere for her now, they must have some kind of reliable evidence. Rena, come on! You don't have the time to play around with Takano's scrapbooks right now. The police are after you. It was so dark, I couldn't be sure if she was down there. Oh, I'm scared for Keiichi. He always dies. Well, yeah, he always dies. But I made up my mind and headed down the slope, carefully shining my flashlight to light my way. Unless he finds her dead. I wanted to loudly call out Rena's name, but there might be some policemen nearby looking for her. I walked around a trash pile, and then I saw a light. It was Rena. Oh no. I ran towards her hideout, kicking aside the trash in my way. Oh. Fuck. This is what I was saying. I was saying that she's gonna try to kill Keiichi, and Keiichi won't be able to kill her back, so he's probably gonna die. And then she'll die by clawing her. I don't know, but okay. Rena was standing right in front of her hideout, holding a hatchet. I couldn't blame her. She must have noticed all the noise I had made coming down the slope. Rena! It's me! Keiichi? I sure have a lot of visitors tonight. Who else is here? I shone my flashlight around, but I didn't see anybody else. I'm leaving because it's not safe here anymore. Why the fuck does my computer keep doing that? My computer keeps going to the lock screen just randomly. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe? I'm leaving because it's not safe here anymore. I don't want you to know where I'm going, so please don't follow me. Rena? What happened to your neck? You're bleeding. I'm okay. They might come back again, though. Rena's neck was all red. It looked like she had some kind of skin disease on her neck. She probably couldn't bear the itchiness and scratched really hard. You need to do more than just wipe it with a towel. Come to my house. You need to clean it. Don't worry about it. It isn't an injury. And it's too late anyway. Too late? What do you mean? They must have put drug in my food without me realizing. It's the drug that killed Tomatake. They probably used a syringe to inject him with the drug, but they changed their methods this time. I think they put it in someone's lunch. Don't you remember? Mi gave out a piece of her omelet to everyone the other day at lunch. She must have put it in the omelet. She's smart. She used a slow-acting drug this time. Damn it! Rena kicked the dirt with her hatred. She was almost literally kicking Mion's goodwill to the curb. Hey, Rena? Are you serious? Oh, God, don't. Oh, she's gonna get killed. She's so gone right now. She's so far gone right now that she needs to go to yeah. Are you seriously saying that Mion would do such a thing? Rena looked stunned and stared straight at me. I noticed a slight accusation in her eyes. I can tell by looking into her eyes that she wants to say, "What are you talking about? I already told you the Sonozaki family is the mastermind behind the conspiracy." First of all, Mion didn't give out her omelet to everybody that day. Oh, he's 100% gonna get killed. Mion cut her omelet into 5 pieces, and she told us we could take one if we wanted. Rena took the end of the piece of the omelet before anyone else took one. She said it looked cute and ate it right there. No, that's not what happened. Mi tried to make me eat the omelet because she put a drug in it. Rena, stop interpreting everything so conveniently. Mion just put the 5 pieces of the omelet on the lid of her lunchbox. No, she didn't. She gave out each piece to every one of us. Rena, think about it. Have we ever done something like that before? We usually take whatever we like from everybody's lunch. Nobody has ever said something like, "This is your piece, so take this," or "This is her piece, so don't take that," you know? She looked at me with that accusation in her eyes. To Rena, everything that comes out of my mouth must sound like a lie. To her, it's a fact that she was poisoned. She knows for sure the drug was in the omelet. That's why she's contradicting me, because I'm saying something different. I didn't come here to make her mad. I realized that disagreeing would only escalate her anger, so I decided not to. Yeah, what you really need to do at this point is go along with her and try to get her to a doctor. Anyway, you said this place isn't safe anymore. Where are you going to go then? Well, I'll find somewhere. It's not that easy to find a place to sleep. Why don't you come to my house? I appreciate your offer, but I can't do that. The Sonozaki family's looking for me everywhere in the village. I don't think you'd betray me, but I don't think you can hide me from them either. Oh, no, Keiichi, you have to go along with her. She's so far gone, and if you disagree with her at all, she's gonna slice you with that hatchet. It's not the Sonozaki family who are looking for you, it's the police. Huh? Why? Oishi's on my side, and I told him to leave me alone. I don't think he's looking for me. I think they know you killed Rena and Teppei. Oh, I see.
Oh no, she's gonna say you're on their side too.
Fuck!
Ah! I was relieved we were finally on the same page, but I realized I was wrong right away when she laughed in self-derision.
Do you know how the police found out that I killed them?
No, I have no idea. Nobody saw her killing them. Nobody saw us burying the corpses. We buried them deep in the mountains, and we camouflaged the spot perfectly. Plus, Mion moved them to a secret place afterwards. So it's impossible the corpses would be found.
I went there this evening. I went there to check the spot where they were buried. Guess what I found?
Ah, that didn't sound good. Of course. Rena has no idea that Mion took care of the corpses. She'd think the corpses were still buried there.
They weren't there. The corpses. Somebody dug them out and carried them somewhere else.
Rena, that's because,
It's impossible that someone happened to dig them up. I chose the place. So the only people that knew about that place were me and my friends who were there.
That's right.
Well, the thing is, I know who did it. It's me. They didn't want me to work with the police. They needed to have some insurance. But I didn't think they'd use the police to find me. I guess they don't care how it looks anymore as long as I'm captured.
Come on, do you really think Mion would do such a thing?
She did! Me sold me out.
No, she didn't. Mion is your friend.
We're all on your side no matter what happens.
Even if the whole world turned against you, we'd still be on your side. Even if the whole ocean evaporated, Mion would never sell you out.
I don't understand why you're defending her.
It's just the opposite. I don't understand why you're doubting her.
That's simple. Mia revealed the existence of the conspiracy to me, and the fanatics are...
Shut up! Shut up! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. Just listen. The corpses are gone because Mion dug them out.
See? I told you.
Listen to me until I finish, okay? Mion dug them out because she found that the place isn't going to be safe any longer. There's a lodging project scheduled to begin on the mountain this summer. That was why. That's why she dug them out, to save you from being caught. Rena laughed at me like I was stupid or something. I could tell she didn't understand anything I was saying.
Don't you get it? Me made that up. She just wants you to look good when you're around. She's a dirty bitch.
Hey! Then what was she supposed to do? Are you saying that she should have left the corpses there knowing the Forestry Service would find them this summer?
She couldn't do that because she's your friend. Why can't you understand that me made everything up, including the logging project?
You're the one who doesn't understand anything. After I yelled at her, she gave me an icy look. She stared into my eyes as if trying to find out what I came here for. I came here to wake you up. You're possessed by an impossible delusion because of Takano's scrapbooks. At first, I thought it was interesting, but this is getting way out of hand. You know why? It's because they're making you sick.
Oh, the girl who looked like Rika told me the same thing. You're actually right about that. I mean, I do have the maggot disease, so...
No, you don't understand. Listen to me very carefully. You need to lie down and rest for a while, okay? It'd be a lot safer to stay at Mion's house. Oh, God, no, you did not. She can protect you. But if you don't trust her, then you can stay at my place. Either way, it's not good for you to stay somewhere uncomfortable like this. Just go to my house for now. We'll have some cold tea together. It'll cool down your fever. Then you'll realize how crazy this was.
What are you talking about, Keiichi? Are you saying I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. You are. You don't know it, but you're just being controlled by the parasite. Keiichi, you think you have done nothing to do with it, but you're one of the victims. You just don't realize it. I'm not blaming you for that. I can save you. I can save everybody, so please trust me for now. You think we're all crazy. You think everybody in this village is crazy and you're not? Is that what you're saying? It might even be spreading outside of Hinamizawa. They might have already spread it as far as Shishibone City or the entire prefecture. I really am the only one who isn't crazy. I know that thanks to Mio's scrapbooks. I thought you understood that too. Wait a second, Rena. You're saying everybody in the world is crazy except you. That's the same thing as saying you're the only one who's crazy. The world hasn't changed. Nobody is crazy. Nobody is your enemy. If you ask me, it's crazy to believe you're the only one in this world who isn't. And that everyone is your enemy. In short, your only enemy is yourself. I feel sorry for you, Keiichi. But it's okay. It's not that easy to accept the facts Mio discovered. Even she wasn't sure about them. So I understand if you can't accept the truth. That's why I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight to save everybody. I'll beat them down and make them stop controlling you. I know that's stupid. That's just idiotic. You feel sorry for me? You're stupid. Why don't you understand? Why don't you still believe a crazy, stupid story like this? So, I've never dealt with a mental illness like this before. So I have no idea how you would handle it. But I feel like disagreeing with them at this point is not the way to do it. You have to agree and get them to a doctor, because she is so far gone right now. She is so far gone that there is absolutely no way to save her. Nothing you say will save her at this point. She needs medicine. She needs psychiatrists, psychologists. You're just interpreting everything to suit your convenience. They have replacements for Mio, Rico, and me. They're going to replace me after I'm killed. What? Replacements? Are you seriously saying that? You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I haven't told anybody about this yet. The true Wow, I can't believe that I called it. And I was just kind of joking. The true identity of the parasite is aliens. Aliens? Yes. Oyashiro-sama is also an alien. The description of its descending from the sky matches with alien theories all over the world. Whenever a great civilization flourished, it was always the aliens who accomplished it. They have advanced knowledge. They came to Earth to help immature humans evolve. You must be kidding, right, Rena? The parasite theory was interesting, but aliens? Come on, that's just nonsense. But Rena believes this theory so seriously, and she feels sorry for me because I can't accept it? They've been controlling the community by living as parasites in human bodies. But sometimes someone with sharp intuition comes along and tries to reveal the truth. But they get rid of them in order to maintain their control of the community. They sometimes kidnap those people with sharp intuition and put a piece of metal in their bodies to gain control over them. When that doesn't work, they replace those people with their copies. They made a copy of Mio. They made a copy of me too. Rika's copy just came by a few minutes ago. I talked to it. It admitted that it came from space. No, it didn't. It told me the end of the world is coming soon, and it laughed at me, saying I should struggle as much as I want. Yeah, that was true. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to let them domesticate our species. Wow, this really escalated very quickly into insanity. I'll never ever. You're so stupid. Don't say that to her.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, you're gonna get hatcheted. I stepped towards Rena and slapped her in the face. Hold on. Cat attack. Ooh, such a wrong way to deal with this. I was hoping it would return her to her sanity. Uh-oh. Wake up! Rena, did you forget? It happened here. Just a few days ago. We all took each other's hands, didn't we? We promised we'd be a family made up of friends forever. Rena played with her wrist. She didn't interrupt, so I continued. If you're seriously saying that aliens are controlling the Earth, I'll believe you. Even if everybody in this world didn't, I would. That's because I'm your friend and I'm on your side no matter what. But I want you to listen to me too. I want you to listen to me because I'm your friend. Takano made up all the stories in the scrapbooks. It's true. Takano was an occult maniac. She enjoyed interpreting the old history of Hinamizawa any way she wanted. She made up ridiculous stories about it and she read them to people for fun. So the parasite story isn't the only one that she made up. There are stories about UFOs, some kind of creatures from the underworld, so many things. So the one you read in the scrapbook was just a new story she made up recently. Don't you remember she liked to make fun of people? She was just making fun of you because you took her story so seriously. If it was just a story she made up, why was she killed? Her autopsy report had said she'd been dead for 24 hours when she was found, but she was there at the festival. Why? How are you going to explain the cause of Tomatake's death? What about the Sonozaki family? What about the legend of Hirabizawa? What about Oyashiro and Rika? Are you saying everything is made up? Are you saying the whole world is lying to us? Stop making connections between everything. That's a typical symptom of paranoia. Don't think so hard. You're just tired. That's why you need to rest. All I'm going to do is offer you a bed to relax. A bed and food. If you can't trust my food, you don't have to eat. Eat whatever you have. Anyway, please, just trust me. My story makes more sense than yours. I have evidence. But all you're saying is I should trust you. Isn't it obvious who's right? Yes, it's obvious. Me. I'm right. How can you be so sure? It's easy. It's because I'm your friend. Friends never betray one another. Friends always help each other. So you have to believe that I'm right, even when the world says I'm wrong. Because I'm your friend. Uh-oh. I heard a thud. Rena dropped the hatchet. She staggered, holding her head in her hands. She was muttering something, and it looked like she was asking herself questions. He wants me to trust him, but he has no evidence to prove he's right. He's being absurd. Or maybe he's right, and I'm wrong. Am I really just misunderstanding everything? It would be wonderful if that was true. I wished I was wrong so many times. I wish the scrapbooks are nothing but stories, and the parasite doesn't exist. Some coincidence happened and they're together, and I'm interpreting them in the wrong way. I really wish that was the case. Don't give up, Rena. Be cool, Rena. This guy has poison in his words. He's trying to take advantage of my weakness. Everything is too obvious not to believe. It's obvious that aliens have been trying to invade Earth, that using this village as their base. It was called Onikakushi. Keiichi is a victim. He's being controlled by them. He's just a victim. But when he grabbed my wrist really hard on that day, I could tell his intentions were true. I still remember the strength of the grip on his wrist. On my wrist. He tried to save me, his friend. I got lost in this crazy delusion maze many times. I prayed over and over that someone would help me. And now my prayers are answered, and Keiichi is reaching for my hand again. But don't forget, Rena. This guy says he's your friend, but he hasn't told you everything about himself. Don't you remember?
Oishi told you about it.
He told me what he found out.
I couldn't trust my friends, so I checked everybody, including Keiichi. That's why I know about what he did before he moved here.
Uh-oh. What did he do? I mean, we got a little bit about Keiichi, about his school things, and about how he wasn't really good at school, but he learned differently, and so they took him to like a private school or like a private juku, and when they taught him like realistic things, when they taught him like things through ways that would work in real life, he would be able to figure it. He did really, really well. That's all I really know.
I can't trust him. I shouldn't trust him. So what? I don't care who he was before he moved here. I did many bad things in Ibaraki too. I did many unforgivable things. I hurt my friends really badly, broke windows at school, and was suspended. I was a very bad girl. Did he treat me differently because of that? No, he didn't. Rena Ryugu is Rena Ryugu. He'll forgive me because it was Rena Ryugu who did all those bad things. He won't forgive me. I should know better. Keiichi Mabara believes that I'm a kind and modest girl because he doesn't know Reina. If he found out about Reina, what would he do? He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't be scared of me. Reina is Reina. Reina is different. The same goes with Keiichi. I don't care who he was before he moved here. We're even.
Are you okay, Rena?
Don't touch me!
Rena knocked my hand aside when I reached for her.
You keep saying you're my friend. You want me to trust you because of that. You want me to believe that you're right, even if this world says you're wrong. Are you out of your mind? That's more delusional than anything else.
I don't care what you say. I'm your friend. Everything I say for your sake. Don't doubt me. I know I'm right.
Really? Then can I ask you something?
Yes, anything.
Friends don't keep secrets from another, right?
Of course. I'm not hiding anything from you.
You're lying. I'm not!
What's so funny?
Keiichi, you think you can keep it a secret from me, don't you? I know everything. I know what you did before you moved here. I know.
I felt as if my entire body was covered in frosty needles. My body and mind froze all of a sudden. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. How come she knows about that?
I asked Oishi to check on everybody.
Everybody.
That's why I know what you did before you came here.
Stop it. You got it all wrong.
You only targeted little girls.
What?
I have to tell Satoko and Rika about it. I can't believe a dangerous person like you was near us the whole time. No, it wasn't like that. It just turned out that way. A series of attacks on school kids. Bravo. It has as strong as an impact as the series of mysterious deaths on Hinamizawa. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like what? You shot little kids with a BB gun when they were walking alone on deserted streets.
That's not so bad. Why is that so bad? A BB gun doesn't even hurt. It's like a little pinch. Oh my god, how horrible. How I shot little kids with a BB gun. He's a boy. That is not bad at all. I was thinking he was like a pervert, which I was like, no, my Keiichi-kun. Wow. Oh god. End the world. How horrible. He was a prankster. Oh my god.
What a horrifying incident. It instilled fear in the whole city for a while. Members of the PTA had to watch the kids at every street corner when they walked between home and school. You shot one of the girls in her eyes and she was badly injured. Fortunately, the damage wasn't permanent. You had a BB gun and you only shot little kids? How disgusting. What made you enjoy it so much? You must have really enjoyed it because you continued to do it for a long time. But then you turned yourself into the police, accompanied by your parents in a crisis of conscience. You couldn't even take responsibility for your actions of your own. Juvenile law was kind to you, wasn't it? It prevented your name from being disclosed to the public or the victims. I bet your father spent a lot of money to protect you.
For a BB gun? You gotta be kidding me.
He paid a lot of compensation to settle the case out of court, and he had you placed on probation. After the case cooled down, he used the power of money once again to move far away from the city. Everything's solved, right?
You're lucky your father's so rich.
It wasn't like that. Why didn't you tell us about it? You told me that you did nothing but study at your previous school. Why did you lie like that? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie. I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another. Right?
So that makes you not my friend. The blades of her word hit hard, and they made my eyes bleed. The blood was clear and it tasted salty.
I can't trust you because of what you did in the past. Don't you ever think you can't hide it from me?
I remember how deeply I regretted it.
I couldn't regret it enough. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I made a stupid mistake. Why? Why does she have to bring it up right now? I apologized and accept.
That's my point. He's trying to start fresh. Even, once again, a BB gun is really not that bad. But once again, he's trying to move on and heal himself. He sucked it up and he told people that it was him. He dealt with the consequences and he's trying to become a better person. So really, none of that should have any effect on him now.
I wanted to have a fresh start in Hinamizawa. I swore myself to live a clean life from then on. Everything is ruined now. I'll be a criminal, no matter where I go. I was stressed out with my exam studies. I was frustrated. I randomly shot people. I didn't care if it was girls or kids. Ugh. Why did I do something so stupid? There was no reason. I had no reason. I just wanted to get someone's attention. I didn't have the courage to tell my parents I didn't want to study. I just wanted someone to scold me, so I used a childish way to get attention. I regret what I did. I swear I'll never do something that stupid again.
If I do... A BB gun? Boy, you are way over... I'm telling you, BB guns do not hurt, okay? My dad, when he was that age, tells me stories about him and his brother shooting BB guns at each other for fun. Although, apparently one time one got into my uncle's eye. That was pretty bad, but... It's just a boys. It's boys at that age. They're stupid. If there was something I could do to be completely forgiven, I'd do it, no matter what it was. And taking the courage to say you're doing that and ask for help is really good. Once again, BB gun, but you know, whatever. I guess maybe Japan is probably worse at that because...
But no matter how deeply I regret it, and no matter how long I atone for my sin, I'll never be forgiven. That's why I wanted to sweep the whole thing under the carpet and have a fresh start. I have nothing to say if someone tells me that forgetting my sin is an act of cowardice. Sins are sins. You can't just get rid of them. You have to carry them for the rest of your life. At least you didn't murder people, let's just say that. I know that's the fate of a sinner. If you don't want to live like that, don't be a sinner. I understand that logic too. If that's the case, then every little boy is a sinner, because I'm sure every little boy does shit like that.
But then how are sinners supposed to live? They really should have made it worse, not like a BB gun. They should have made it a little worse so then I would like feel a little more on it. But like, seriously, a BB gun? Come on, dude. Boys are boys, you know? It's really not that big of a thing. I mean, I guess the one where he shot her in the eyes and she got injured. Yes, okay, that's bad. But even, I mean, yeah, okay, moving on.
Anyway, you're not my friend. I'm not going to take any orders from someone who isn't my friend. I need you to leave me. Okay?
I didn't notice until she spoke that I was on my knees, hanging my head. Oh no. Rena picked up the hatchet she dropped earlier. I wanted her to hit my head with it. Yeah, that's right. If anything's gonna be torn apart, I'd rather it be my body. Compared to the pain of my heart being torn to shreds, I'd rather she cut my head off. I believed it. I still believe it. I still believe it right at this moment. I believe that I'm their friend. But in fact, I'm starting to become aware of it. I want to believe I'm their friend because I don't want to accept my past. That doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I feel stupid crying like this. My face is all messy with tears. I was never their friend. They don't care. They don't care. I'm a sinner and I hid my past from them. I hid it because I was scared. Look at what Satoku does on a daily basis. I'm sure she has injured somebody. I told her friends don't hide anything from another, and I hid my past from them. No, you were trying to start over. Sometimes this book's logic really, really gets to me. I hid my sin from them. Once again, if it was just something a little worse than a BB gun, then I would be, okay, fine. But my past had nothing to do with how I lived my life here. If I ever attacked a kid in this village just because I was frustrated, I wouldn't mind if they killed me and cut me into pieces. But I'll never do anything like that again. I just want to live normally. What I did before I moved here has nothing to do with my life now. For instance, Rena moved here too. I wouldn't change the way I see her, even if I found out she did something bad before she moved here, right? I wouldn't, would I? Even if Rena beat some of her friends or broke all the windows of her school, I wouldn't care because it happened in Ibaraki. She didn't do that in Hinamizawa. Rena is Rena. She's my best friend. Oh, right. He did learn about this in the first book, which is why he's able to know this now. That's why I wouldn't see her differently, even if I found about her past. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'd keep distance from her if I found out she really did such things. I'd be scared of her. I wouldn't try to listen to her. Why? It's just a rumor. Why would I be so scared of her? She's my best friend. If I was in her situation, would I reject her like she just did? So Rena's rejection of me was completely natural. And what am I supposed to do? I was the only one crying. Rena wasn't crying. She looked at me as if she was looking at something dirty. After giving me a nasty look, she disappeared into the darkness. Rena didn't forgive me. There was nothing I could do to atone for my sin but to keep crying, still down on my knees. See, that's exactly, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to stop that. We're going to be right back with the medium and continue our stream today. So I will be right back. Thank you guys for YouTube purposes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to follow me on Twitch and all those places. So I will see you next time. Toodaloo!